Imagine waking up tomorrow and finding a T-Rex outside your home, raptors hunting through the suburbs, and Pteranodons circling over New York City. What if dinosaurs ruled modern America? Stay with us, because this story will blow your mind. And if you love exploring epic what-if scenarios, hit that subscribe button now so you never miss the next adventure. The arrival of giants. It begins on a quiet morning in America. The sun rises over the skyline of New York City. Traffic honks fill the streets, and millions of people prepare for another normal day. But something is different. Birds suddenly scatter from the sky. Dogs howl in panic, and the ground trembles as if a massive earthquake is approaching. Within minutes, the unimaginable happens. A towering shadow stretches across Times Square. People look up in disbelief as a brachiosaurus, taller than any skyscraper, slowly marches between the buildings. Its neck swings like a moving crane, its footsteps shaking the concrete. For the first time in 65 million years, dinosaurs have returned, and they're walking the streets of America. The chaos spreads quickly. In Los Angeles, freeways erupt into gridlock as drivers slam their brakes at the sight of a T-Rex crushing cars like toys. Helicopters circle above, capturing footage that goes viral within seconds. Dinosaurs are back, screams every news headline across the nation. On the plains of Texas, cowboys freeze in shock as a herd of Triceratops stampedes across ranches, knocking down fences and scattering cattle. The dinosaurs are not confined to one place, they're everywhere. As if the earth itself has opened a portal to the prehistoric past. Fear and awe grip the country. Children scream and cry, but some stare in wonder at the living giants they've only seen in books or movies. Social media explodes with shaky videos. A velociraptor chasing joggers in Central Park, a pteranodon swooping down on Miami Beach, a stegosaurus blocking traffic in Chicago. Every clip spreads panic and fascination. Is this a nightmare or a dream come true? Authorities are caught completely off guard. Police sirens wail, but their weapons are useless against creatures that weigh thousands of pounds. The U.S. military scrambles jets into the skies, but they hesitate to fire. No one wants to start a war against nature itself. The president makes an emergency address. Stay calm. Stay indoors. We are doing everything we can. But across America, chaos grows. In Yellowstone National Park, tourists stand frozen as a family of ankylosaurs wander past geysers, their armored tails smashing trees like twigs. On the Mississippi River, fishermen nearly capsize when a Spinosaurus rises from the water, its massive sail glistening in the sun. Each sighting confirms the terrifying truth. Dinosaurs are not only back, they are thriving in every corner of the United States. But the strangest reaction isn't fear, it's curiosity. Some Americans grab their phones and run toward the danger, desperate to capture the ultimate selfie with a dinosaur. Others rush to rooftops and balconies, whispering, "It's Jurassic Park." For real. Yet beneath the excitement lies a chilling realization. Dinosaurs aren't just here for a visit. They are here to stay. And if these ancient giants have returned to reclaim their world, one question hangs in the air. Can modern America survive in the age of dinosaurs? Survival in modern America, the first 48 hours after the dinosaurs return, leave America in chaos. Across the country, families barricade themselves inside homes. Grocery stores run out of supplies, and highways turn into endless traffic jams as people flee from cities. Fear spreads like wildfire, but survival instincts kick in fast. Americans begin to adapt, some with courage, others with desperation. In rural Texas, a farmer wakes at dawn to find his cornfield destroyed. Not by insects or drought, but by a herd of Triceratops feasting on the crops like cattle at a buffet. His tractors are useless against the three-horned giants, and shotguns barely scratch their thick hides. Farmers across the Midwest quickly realize they're facing an agricultural disaster. How do you protect millions of acres of farmland from creatures that once dominated the planet? Meanwhile, in Florida's swamps, hunters and locals encounter a new apex predator, the Spinosaurus. Larger than a T-Rex with crocodile-like jaws, it prowls the Everglades, clashing with alligators and capsizing boats. Emergency calls flood 911. Something's in the water. It's not an alligator Ritz, something bigger. The U.S. Coast Guard struggles to contain it. But the swamps give the dinosaur perfect cover. In American suburbs, the danger is more personal. Imagine walking your dog through a quiet neighborhood when a pack of velociraptors leaps from behind parked cars. Fast, coordinated, and razor-sharp, these predators terrorize communities, forcing families to build makeshift barricades around their homes. Some residents turn garages into safe rooms, while others climb onto rooftops at night, scanning the streets with flashlights like a scene from a horror film. The U.S. military launches Operation Dino Shield. Helicopters patrol skies, tanks roll into cities, and special forces are deployed to hot zones. But fighting dinosaurs proves harder than expected. Bullets slow them down, but rarely kill them. A T-Rex can crush an armored vehicle in seconds. Even drones are swatted out of the air by a single tail swipe. Soldiers report back with frustration. It's like fighting tanks made of flesh. As weeks pass, Americans find creative ways to survive. Some build dinosaur-proof shelters using reinforced steel and concrete. Others invent homemade defenses, electric fences, spike traps, even trenches around their property. Gun stores sell out overnight, and hardware stores become war zones as people grab anything that might help them hold back the prehistoric tide. Yet, amid the fear, a strange fascination grows. Social media influencers risk their lives to film themselves feeding raptors, while thrill seekers in Nevada organize illegal dino hunts in the desert. These reckless acts only make the situation worse. Dozens disappear, never to be seen again. Still, not all hope is lost. Scientists begin studying the dinosaurs' behavior, learning their weaknesses and patterns. They notice raptors avoid fire, and that large herbivores like Brachiosaurus need massive amounts of food and water, which could limit their range. Survival, it seems, won't just depend on brute force, but on outsmarting creatures that once ruled the earth. But as the nation adjusts, one terrifying thought emerges. If dinosaurs can adapt to our modern world so quickly, can humans truly keep control? Dinosaurs and the U.S. ecosystem. As weeks turn into months, America realizes the dinosaurs aren't just a temporary disaster, they're becoming part of the environment. And like any invasive species, they don't come quietly. The balance of U.S. ecosystems begins to collapse. In Yellowstone National Park, tourists once came to watch bison roam freely across the meadows. Now, those same meadows are filled with herds of Stegosaurus, their spiked tails clashing with bison for dominance. Wolves, once apex predators, retreat into the forests, unable to hunt prey that weighs 10 tons. Park rangers watch helplessly as the old food chain is rewritten overnight. In the Rocky Mountains, hikers whisper about the return of a new Kingalosaurus. Mountain lions vanish, deer populations scatter, and the haunting roars of predators echo through valleys once ruled by silence. Suddenly, a simple camping trip in Colorado becomes a battle for survival. Farther south, in the wetlands of Louisiana, the ecosystem spirals into chaos. Spinosaurus and Sarcosuch giant prehistoric crocodiles compete with modern alligators. The rivers overflow with death as ancient reptiles tear into anything that moves. Fishermen abandon the waters. Once thriving shrimp and fish industries collapse as predators wipe out entire populations. On the Great Plains of Kansas and Nebraska, the once endless fields of wheat and corn face devastation. Herds of hadrosaurs duck-billed plant-eaters graze across farmlands, stripping entire acres in hours. Farmers try to fight back, but nothing stops thousands of hungry mouths moving like living bulldozers. Crops vanish, prices skyrocket, and America stares at the first signs of a food crisis. And what of America's predators? Bears, wolves, and alligators once sat atop the food chain. But dinosaurs put them to shame. A grizzly bear may weigh 1,200 pounds, but to a velociraptor pack, it's just another meal. Bald eagles, symbols of freedom, are hunted mid-air by massive Pteranodons. Even sharks off the California coast find themselves hunted by prehistoric marine reptiles like mosasaurs, making the ocean a new killing ground. Scientists warn that the arrival of dinosaurs could trigger a domino effect. If herbivores eat entire forests and farmlands, ecosystems collapse. If predators wipe out smaller species, the biodiversity of America shrinks within years. The extinction we once studied in fossils is happening again, but in reverse. Instead of dinosaurs dying, it's our modern animals that are disappearing. But nature is clever. Not all outcomes are bleak. Some species begin adapting. Coyotes learn to scavenge from dinosaur kills, thriving like shadows in the chaos. Flocks of crows follow raptors, eating scraps left behind. Even some brave grizzly bears team up in pairs, fighting back against lone dinosaurs, proving that survival belongs not just to the biggest but to the smartest. Still, questions remain. If dinosaurs are reshaping the U.S. ecosystem so fast, what happens in 10 years? Would we even recognize the America we know today? Would it resemble a second Jurassic era? And deeper still, scientists whisper a chilling theory. If dinosaurs survived once before, could they evolve again, this time alongside humans? The human response: by the third month, America realizes that dinosaurs are not leaving. They are here to stay, and survival is no longer enough. The country needs a plan. The U.S. government declares a nationwide emergency. The Pentagon sets up a task force called Operation Mesozoic, bringing together generals, biologists, engineers, and even NASA experts. Their mission: to figure out how to control the creatures before civilization collapses. Military bases across the country become strongholds. Tanks guard highways, drones monitor migration patterns, and fighter jets shadow giant herds moving across the Midwest. But the government faces a moral dilemma. Do they wipe out the dinosaurs with full military force, or attempt to coexist with them? Some argue that destroying the dinosaurs means protecting humanity's future. Others insist these creatures are a miracle of nature, a once-in-a-lifetime chance to study life from 65 million years ago. The debate divides the nation. In Washington, protests erupt. One side chants, "Save the dinosaurs," while the other demands, "Exterminate them now." Social media explodes with hashtags. Hashtag Jurassic Justice, hashtag Save the Dinos, hashtag No More Extinction. For the first time in decades, America isn't just arguing over politics, it's arguing over survival itself. Scientists rush to the front lines. Paleontologists who once studied fossils in quiet museums now stand in deserts with helicopters overhead, tagging living triceratops with GPS collars. Geneticists work day and night, hoping to unlock weaknesses hidden in the DNA of raptors. One ambitious scientist in California proposes an electrified containment dome the size of a small city, turning parts of Nevada into a controlled dinosaur reserve. Some call it brilliant, others insane, but desperate times demand desperate ideas. But not everyone sees dinosaurs as a threat. Corporations in Las Vegas and Texas smell opportunity. Investors pour millions into Jurassic tourism, planning theme parks, safari rides, and even gladiator-style dino fights. Underground arenas begin popping up, where captured raptors are pitted against lions, tigers, and even armed humans. Videos leak online, sparking outrage and fascination. America's darker side begins exploiting dinosaurs for profit. Meanwhile, everyday citizens adapt in their own ways. Schools teach children new evacuation drills, not for earthquakes or fires, but for raptor attacks. Gas stations sell dino repellents, fake sprays that promise to keep predators away. Survival stores can't keep up with demand for crossbows, flares, and armored trucks. Even the U.S. housing market shifts homes advertised as dinosaur-safe sell for double the price. Still, the government's greatest fear isn't the dinosaurs themselves, it's their ability to multiply. Reports surface of raptors nesting in abandoned factories, Pteranodons hatching in New Jersey skyscrapers, and giant herds spreading across the Great Plains. Every egg laid means more chaos, more destruction, and less chance of control. And just as America starts to believe it can adapt, a chilling broadcast shocks the nation. A live drone feed of a T-Rex leading a pack of raptors down an interstate highway in Nevada. The creatures are not just surviving, they're beginning to hunt in coordination. If dinosaurs are learning to work together, the question isn't just whether humans can control them. It's whether humans can survive at all. The future of dinosaurs in America. 50 years later, America no longer looks the same. Dinosaurs are not just visitors, they are part of everyday life. What began as chaos has turned into a strange new normal, a world where prehistoric giants share the land with humans. In the streets of New York, police no longer rely only on dogs. Some precincts now train velociraptors as living canine units. Their speed and intelligence unmatched in urban chases. In Texas, farmers harness the strength of Brachiosaurus to pull massive machinery, turning what was once a threat into the ultimate workforce. Even American children grow up different. Live field trips no longer go to zoos, but to dino reserves where students watch triceratops grazing beside bison, and Pteranodons circling above like living drones. Dinosaurs are now woven into culture. Hollywood produces blockbusters not about bringing them back, but about living with them. Las Vegas hosts dinosaur racing tracks where armored allosaurs sprint down desert arenas. In Florida, beachfront hotels advertise safe dino-watching balconies, promising tourists a chance to sip cocktails while spotting a stegosaurus on the horizon. What once terrified humanity has become entertainment and economy. But adaptation comes at a cost. America's natural world has changed beyond recognition. Wolves, mountain lions, and even grizzly bears are nearly gone, outcompeted by dinosaur predators. Rivers run differently as Spinosaurus dominate wetlands. Croplands are permanently reshaped to feed both people and herds of massive herbivores. Entire states feel like living time machines, half modern, half Jurassic. And yet, scientists issue warnings that few want to hear. Dinosaurs are evolving. Velociraptors display sharper intelligence, coordinating hunts in ways eerily similar to wolves, but far deadlier. Some reports even suggest they communicate with primitive vocal patterns. A step toward something once thought impossible. Dinosaur society. One chilling incident shakes the nation. In Nevada, drones capture footage of a raptor pack building structures from debris, stacking wood and metal as if testing tools. It sparks a terrifying debate. Are dinosaurs simply animals? Or are they evolving into something more? The government takes the threat seriously. Secret labs hidden in the Rockies study captured raptors, testing their intelligence with puzzles and mazes. Results are disturbing. Some creatures solve problems faster than chimpanzees. A classified report leaks, warning of a potential new dominant species. If evolution accelerates, the public laughs it off at first until raptors are caught opening doors, breaking locks, and even ambushing armed convoys with military precision. America stands at a crossroads. Dinosaurs are no longer just creatures to survive alongside. They may become rivals for the future of Earth itself. Humanity once ruled because dinosaurs were gone. But now that they're back, the age-old question returns. Who truly rules the planet? As the sun sets over the Grand Canyon, a drone captures a final, haunting image. A T-Rex standing at the cliff's edge, roaring into the horizon as raptors gather at its feet not as prey, but as soldiers. And with that vision, one thought lingers in every American's mind. We thought we brought dinosaurs back, but maybe they're here to replace us.